welcome to my channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell below so that we can meet up again here on YouTube. And go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. So today I wanted to talk to you briefly about the discard and how you need to look at the discard. So for those of you who have already been discarded, you may have already figured this out. And if you haven't, then I'm going to let you into a little secret. And for those of you who are in the discard phase right now, who are hurting and who feel like that this is the end of the world, and you know, you just found out what is happening. Let me go back and explain what the discard is. So the narcissist has decided that you maybe have caused him a narcissistic injury. Maybe he was cheating. I'm just going to say him. It could be a he or she, doesn't matter. And you caught them. So rather than them fess up to what they've done wrong and apologize and work on the marriage, they decide that to get the attention off of them, they will get rid of you because you are questioning them and you are giving them a hard time because they've done something wrong, and they don't want to take responsibility for anything that they do. So they may just decide that your time is up, you know, and especially if they already had someone else, which they usually already do have other supplies out there that they've been mingling with on the job, especially people that they're taking relationships a little too far with. And you may not know this, but in that phone of theirs, there's all kinds of things in there that you don't want to know. You don't want to know, sis. So anyways, they may already have been fostering a relationship, and chances are they have been. And now, you know, you've gotten on their nerves, or you're asking them questions where the person at work, their work wife, I know my ex narc that I was married to, you know, he had people at work, and what they'll do is they'll even tell you about these people. They'll come home and tell you about them like it was a normal day at work, but they'll leave out the part that they're hitting on them, you know, trying to talk to them and trying to foster a relationship with them. They'll totally leave that part out. They'll just be talking about them in a normal way, like they just work together. And all of this you find out after the discard, okay? So what I wanted to say to you, now that you know what the discard is, it's when they just kind of drop you, and they drop you with no closure, and there isn't no discussion. Some of you that were with a covert narcissist, you didn't even know you were having problems until you saw something, you know, a suspicious call that came through, or on their phone, or something that happened that triggered you to start questioning what was going on. And maybe you didn't even fully find out everything that happened, but they think that you found out what happened, so they're just going to let you go. There's many different reasons why they would discard you, and what that means is just to throw you away like trash, like you never existed. Okay, now here's the thing with the discard. A lot of you are sad that you got discarded, and the reason that you're sad is because they had trauma bonded you, and so they were, you know, giving you some rewards here, and then they were giving you the silent treatment over here. So it's confusing your mind, because one minute they're being sweet to you, and if they're real good, mine was real good, you won't even know that you're getting the silent treatment, or you won't even know that they're mad with you. Okay, if they're real covert, they'll be real nice with it. You'll really think you're in a normal relationship until the discard comes. That's when you finally understand just what you're working with. Okay, so what I want to tell you that I hope encourages you is that the discard should be looked at as a gift. Okay, once they leave you, and you are going to be overwhelmed. It is going to be traumatic. I am not making light of that at all, okay? I don't want y'all to think that I'm making light of that, because I am not. It hurts and it is very painful. But once you get through the fog, and once you really, really see what has happened, when they discard you, you hit rock bottom. You're all the way at the bottom, okay? And so guess what? There's nowhere else to go but up from the bottom, all right? So when they discard you, it's a gift, because now you see who they really are. They take the mask off and they show you who they really are. And at that point, you should then realize that you've been wasting your time. All this time you thought that you were in a real loving and caring relationship. You thought that they were reciprocating to you what you were giving to them. Now you realize that they never were. Now you can look back and you can see clearly what was really happening. And so it's going to take time for you to heal from all of that. But just think about it like this. If you went on this way with them for another 10 years, okay? Say you've been with them for 5 years, and then you go on another 10 years before they discard you. That is 15 years of your life that you are going to look back on and consider to be wasted time, because you thought you were building something with a real person that was genuine, with a real heart, with a real sincere ability to be able to care for you, and you care for them, and love you and you love them. And that is not what you were getting. What you got was the fakest, I didn't say that right, fakest, fake relationship. That's just a made up word, but it's also a made up relationship, so it goes hand in hand. It's the fakest relationship that you could have ever been in. It's fake love. It's manipulation and gaslighting. They're altering your reality. They're doing things to you and, you know, shifting the blame onto you. And when you really think about it, when they discard you, you have freedom. Okay, they are now gone. And yeah, maybe your finances may suffer, and maybe your children may suffer. There are things that will suffer, but that is only for a season. That's for but a period of time. If you get on to healing and you get to watching these videos, I like Quinn over at ASSC Direct. He's really good. And Dr. Carmen Bryant's, her channel. There's a lot of really, really great people that are on YouTube that can help you to heal from this and to recover and to see the brighter side of it. Being discarded is a gift. It is a gift, and you want it to come sooner than later so that your healing can begin, so that you can get on with your life and you can start to recover your sense of self. You'll never be able to get the time back, okay? And that's the thing that I could always kick myself about is how come I didn't see this before? And I can never get that time back. No amount of money could bring me my time back. You know, you're going to think about your children, that they are caught up in this whole game that the narcissist is playing with you. But then again, look at it again. I always come back to that. But I got discarded. But I'm free though. I'm free though. There is nothing better than being free. I tell you, I took care of my ex-husband when he was sick. He couldn't drive, and he had to go to all these therapy appointments and things like this, and I took him to all these appointments, okay? And after doing this for almost a year's time, and this is, by the way, I didn't know he was covert. I did not know, okay? After doing all this, I needed a break. I've been taking care of my 2 little children who, when this started, my baby was 6 months old. I was still nursing him. Like, this was a lot to be taking care of a grown man and 2 little kids, you know. So I told him, I said, you know, I need a break. And I wanted to really go out of town, you know, by myself for a couple of days, because this has been a lot. And I explained this to him. And this is when I should have known, even before the discard. Well, I knew something was wrong. He starts telling me that I don't need to go anywhere unless we're all going as a family. And by the way, I was a stay-at-home mom, so if we all go, then it's like I'm taking my job with me, okay? And so I explained to him, you know, with my face a little scrunched up, how when he's off from work on vacation, he doesn't check in at his job to see how everything's going, or FaceTime them, or he doesn't talk to anybody at work. When we go on vacation, he has a good time. So how is it equivalent to him that when I need a break, that I need to take him and the children with me? Because at this point, they had okayed him to go back to work. So why do I need to take everybody with me? And now I have to fix 3 people's hair, and you know, I'm doing all the same stuff. The only thing different is that I wouldn't be cooking, okay? So, and I still would have to make all the plans, and, you know, still have to cater to everybody. Well, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? And get everything right. That's still not really, for me, a break, okay? But in his mind, this made sense. So now that I've been discarded, when I decide that I need a break, I don't talk to anybody about it. I decide I need a break, I pack a bag, and I go, which is exactly what I did when he said what he said to me. I packed a bag and I left. When I left for 3 days. When I left him there with the children, when I was calling for my children, he would not let me speak to my children. And I thought that, you know, this is very strange, but I still hadn't picked up on that, you know, he was disordered at this point. So when I tell you guys that being discarded that's like, I'm going to write a thank you letter to him for discarding me, because now I am free. And some people, you know, when they get discarded, they can, you know, come back and forth. The narcissist is hoping that they'll be able to hoover you later on. There's no hoovering over here. Don't even come over this way, and you all should be the same way. If you discarded me, that means that you didn't want me. So don't come back when you decide that things are not working the way that you thought that they would be with the new supply. I'm good over here. Y'all should be good where y'all are. Be good with being discarded. Enjoy the discard, okay? Once you see it for what it is, be grateful, be happy. For those of you that have been discarded and you all feel me, you know where I am, you are in agreement with me, drop a comment down below so that other people can see it, so that they can understand that this is a good thing. This is not a bad thing. Get the word out, spread the word that being discarded is the best thing that could have ever happened to you and to me, is to no longer be in a trap or be in a cage, like a caged animal playing a game that you didn't even know you were playing. So you don't even have an advantage to win at the game because you didn't even know that you were playing. I thank y'all for tuning in today and to my channel, and I would love it if you would subscribe. And if you have liked this video or found it valuable in any way, if it's motivated you in any way, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and do leave me a comment below. And you guys, I have another YouTube channel, and I'll tell y'all about that later on. But this is not the type of YouTube channel I normally do. I have to be very transparent on here. This is one of my first videos, so y'all bear with me as I get better at this, because sharing all these personal things is a little bit different. On my other channel, it's very happy, and I get to make people happy. I'm not talking about anything sad. So this one though, it's very serious, and so y'all just bear with me while I get it together. I promise you I'll get it together, and I'll give y'all better information the more videos that I do. Thank y'all for joining me. Bye bye, my beautiful people. Mwah.